Hi, this is Kate Havnevik. I have a new album called Lightship. I wrote this album with Guy Sigsworth, and we took some time talking to our friend and Norwegian music journalist Per Sundnes about each track on the album. In this episode, we're talking about taking flight.
We're on our way again. Redeem and reveal and reopen.
So let's move on to track 5, Taking Flight.
Oh my God, another one where we're taking flight.
Yeah.
Where here it's kind of, I think it feels like in a different way here. We're taking flight in a different way. It's not as much traveling in a ship or anything. It's more like this feeling of getting away from the everyday chores in a way. And here we have a very old featured instrument, the virginals.
What's that?
Yeah, virginals it's like the simpler version of a harpsichord, and it has a slightly, I think, mellower sound because the strings run sideways rather than out from the keys, and so the pluck point is a bit close to the middle of the string. And I just love virginals. You know, they're like Elizabethan. They're kind of Queen Elizabeth I kind of era instrument. You know, again, as soon as I had that sound, I played a cool riff, and it immediately got Kate going. Again, I think this was one of the earliest songs we did in that day, wasn't it? I think it's one of the first 3 that got jammed.
Yeah, I
and
think
we were
so,
both like, yeah, we love it.
But I have to ask you, as a musician, do you collect all these instruments?
I don't have a huge collection of these things. I do have a harpsichord, but I think I know that it's always those kind of colours that inspire me. I think I like to think of myself musically as a colorist. I just love things that pick my ear up. You know, maybe I've never really made a record with 2 guitar, bass, drum. It's okay, but it's a bit dressed in black. I love it's like I love those cocktails with like 6 umbrellas in them and lots of strange fruit. And that's more my way approach. It's funny how as soon as you play a sound like that, you're going to play it differently to playing a guitar sound. It just inspires different things.
Yeah, you played also in an early instrument orchestra.
Yeah, I was in the European Baroque Orchestra many years ago, and that's how I started out. As I say, so I've got lots of instincts in that way. I think actually, even when I play piano, which I do on some, like on the first track there, I think my piano playing is influenced by that stuff. It's got into the way I approach things.
Yeah.
What do the early musicians think of you now, when you produce the live?
I don't know.
You don't know, no.
I love listening to there's some new groups who play this music. There's this fantastic group from Catalonia who play all these strange early keyboard instruments. What are they called? Tasto Solo. I love them.
Yeah. No. So I think the virginals are so important in this song, and they basically start off the song, and they give the song sort of an organic flavor. But even though it's quite sort of a short sound, it doesn't have a lot of like reverb or anything. It's quite sort of It's not a heavy sound, so it also has a little bit of a weightless element to it.
Yeah.
And I think the song is more about sort of when things become a bit too much for yourself and sort of the expectations around you, and you just want to get away for a minute. And I do sing Please Leave Us Alone for a Minute. All sort of hassle and hustle of life and social media and expectations and everything, and sometimes you just want to get away from that and be with your lover, or even find a lover and sort of escape together, or with your friends, and that's what this song expresses. And we made a video for this one as well, and we got sort of a bunch of young urban dancers in London to improvise, and we found this sort of derelict building in the middle of nowhere, and we wanted that sort of a little bit of a teenage vibe of wanting to be free. That's it's about freedom in a way. Feeling free, whatever age you are.